Hey guys, quick little update on this 56 Chevrolet 3100 truck. Most of y'all have seen this truck. If you ain't, I'm not going to tell the backstory again. Go back a few videos and check it out. I got it on the trade and drove it home, took it apart. Here it is. I had new fenders. They were junk, to say the least. They were absolute garbage. I cut those fenders up and fixed the original fenders to some extent. You can see here, this was an absolute nightmare for me. I'm not a metal guy. I'm not a fab guy, nothing of the sorts. I can half-ass weld. I can make it stick, and I can make it look slick with body filler. It is what it is. It's metal. It's not rust. It's been cut out. It's not bad. I've seen a hell of a lot worse. It turned out okay, but I measured this thing 15 times and cut it, welded it in. It looked real good, and guess what? I was a ½ inch too short. So I had to come back in down here at the bottom, cut it, and add a ½ inch and bring it back down. You can see my step ain't lining up just right. I'm going to have to address that. Of course, that's fixed onto the truck. It's welded in, so I'll probably have to cut some out, bring it in. I'll ask Tim. Maybe I can get Tim to do that for me, or just ask his advice on exactly where to cut it to make it look right. But anyway, this door has took a little hit at some point or another. So it's not exactly right. The fender's not exactly right. Of course, I welded a place in on the top. I welded the eyebrow in, and I fixed this back part. So that fender is a little bit distorted. It's gotten really hot. I've replaced the brace on the back side of this one. It was rotted. So I had to, replace that brace. It would have been nice if I could have used the original brace. That would have saved me a whole lot of work down here where I got it too short, but it was rotted. It had to go. I don't want rusty metal. I don't mind a little bit of filler, guys. I guarantee you some of the slickest damn cars you've ever seen and the bigger money cars, they've got filler in them. If they're laser straight, there's a little bit of filler in them. So I'm just going to have to play with this door just a little bit, play with the fender a little bit, get it as close as I can, and we'll let body filler do the rest. Especially like on this eyebrow. I had a lot of trouble on that eyebrow. There wasn't much of any body lines left. I've kind of painted the inner fenders and stuff. I've just got that old engine cover laying on top of it. I've actually got the sides as well. I got to clean those up. I got to do something with this intake. I've just got a lot to do. I'm going to have to sand a little bit back here and straighten up that seam sealer. A lot of straightening up to do, guys, but I tell you, I've just not had a lot of time to fool with this truck. I was talking to Mr. PIB the other day. My hood's still not lined up just right. I've got to play with it. This grill is just stuck in there. I just wanted to see how it would fit, being the original grill, and it fits perfect. So hopefully the aftermarket grill fits it just as good. So anyway, was talking to Mr. PIB and kind of got to thinking, this truck's been here for a little over a year now. So it was time that I got busy on it, at least get it put together. These fenders have been stripped on the inside, the inner fenders, the extenders and stuff out here. All that stuff's been stripped down and painted. So all I got to do is strip down the outside. Even the inside lip's been primed, but I'm going to strip it back down again, strip the outside, treat these fenders, and I've got some touching up on the primer to do. And so anyway, treat the fenders, strip them back down again, and prime them. Get that grill out of the way, get that front bumper off. It's going to go. May do something with that. I've kind of got an idea, but we'll see if that works out or not. I've got to get a lower grill bar or a replacement, maybe. I don't, or fix the original one, I guess is what I was trying to say. I'm tired, guys. I've not slept good in probably a week. Just I say I don't have a lot of time to do anything. I know y'all probably get sick of hearing it, but it's the truth. I don't even really have time to sleep. I stay busy all the time. And I'm hoping something will change that soon. Sorry, I've got a stupid mosquito after me here. But anyway, this truck's been here roughly a year, a little over a year, and I'm just ready to get it together and try to enjoy it a little bit. So anyway, get the front end, the fenders mostly stripped down and primed. The upper grill bar, I decided to go ahead and use it. The bed, I'm trying to play with it now. These are the fenders. Of course, you can see Tim done all this metal work on this bed. He done a lot of metal work. I can't remember what all. Seemed like he... Okay, so this is where... Is that where... maybe where my chains went or something? We cut something off there. I don't even remember what now, but I think it was something to do with the tailgate because I slicked it up. I'm going to put the latches on the inside. But anyway, this bed needed a lot of work. A lot of work. I bought this thing. It was sitting inside of a barn. So most of the inside lip was replaced. Luckily on this particular fender, I have several factory holes. So I'm going to line all those up. I'm going to mark them and drill out the holes that, where the metal's been replaced, drill those holes out. And that way they're ready to go once I get everything painted. I want to get everything lined up good, crimped down good, and I'll drill me a couple of really tight holes up here, if that makes any sense. I'll drill them so that just this bolt will fit through it, and it will make sure that everything's back in line. It'll save me a little bit of time once I start putting this bed together on the truck. I'm all about saving some time when I can. But anyway, so here it is. Got a lot of stripping down to do. You can see this is just old house paint that's on this thing. That could either be really easy to get off or a damn mess. It'd be one of the two. But anyway, like I said, I found this bed in a barn, and I paid good money for it. I give $1,100, I think, for this bed. And again, it was sitting in a barn, but I already told the guy I would take it. And once I started digging it out, I started seeing all the rust. And I gave too much for it. But Tim pulled me out of a ditch and got it fixed up for me, so it's solid as it can be now. There's no rust in this bed, just surface rust. Got to strip it all down, get some primer on it, get it on the truck. I got to start building my bed floor, figuring out how I'm going to work a filler neck in on this thing. I've got a lot to do, guys, and when you get something like this, well, you see stuff like this for sale all the time on Marketplace, projects people have had, and they're either too particular and they want everything perfect and they get disgusted and they just say, to hell with it, let's just sell it and get rid of it. Or they run out of time, run out of money, whatever the case may be. So I'm just to the point with this one. I've got so much stuff I need to be doing. I don't have time to fool with this truck. I've got two I got to build for Mr. and Mrs. PIB. I've got 100 people wanting me to do different things. I've got a lot of projects stacking up around my house that I need to get done. And this truck, if I don't do something with it, guys, it's just going to continue to sit right over there. It's in a garage. It's in the dry. But again, I hate to let something set. It just drives me insane. Stuff starts to go down. Your brakes, your fuel system breaks down. This thing's got a whole brand new fuel system on it. So the longer that stuff sets, the worse it gets. The motors, the lifters, the valve springs, you don't want them just to sit there idle all the time. The same springs compressed for years on end. So anyway, I've got it in my mind. I want to get this truck put together. I'm going to take that bed and I'm going to strip down the places I'm not going to be able to get to once it's put on. Mostly the bed sides, I want to go ahead and get those done. The hard to reach places, go ahead and get them stripped down, primed and sealed, and put the bed together, paint the truck while it's put together. I'm just probably going to do some red patina on this truck. Try to do the inside pretty slick, more than likely. I've still got just a couple little rust places on the inside of the cab. One little quarter-size place on the roof. One little spot right here above this pillar. That's where they had lead in it from the factory. Still got some lead in there. I've already dug some out. I got to get the rest out. Sorry, guys. Dropped my phone. Anyway, I've rambled on. I'm going to shut up. Long story short, I've got a whole hell of a lot to do, but I'm going to get it together so I can at least start enjoying it a little bit and driving it, and I can kind of nibble at it throughout time, or that is if I keep it. All right, guys, if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you watching, and I appreciate your patience. We'll catch you on the next one. See you later.